Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my Roast on Wednesdays. Thank you for coming back, and happy Wednesday. Today, just people. What is wrong with people? Canadians. Okay, if you don't know and you live under a rock, or maybe you're not from New York State, which I don't think any of you are not from New York State, we have this little thing called New York State Lottery. Let's rephrase that. New York State Lottery. Okay, people were coming in from out of state. It got to like $900 million. Then it got to $1.2 billion. As of like today, I think it's like $1.5 billion. And here come the Canadians. Go home. Seriously, this is like what we don't even know how to cash your tickets in. Do we? You have to clearly come back here. You have to drive all the way back here if you get the numbers, and then we cash them in. But do we charge you New York State tax? Do we charge you United States tax? We go home. Bye. And if you are from my high school, you know my passion against the Canadians. Like, not only do you take up all the parking spots at the mall and take all the cute shoes, now you're taking our money? Like, you can go home and sit in the corner with your nasty bacon and have it by yourself. Go home. If you want to win some money, go sell something. Like your house and get off this continent. How about that? I'm not a mean person, I promise. I'm a very nice person. But, like, Canadians, really? Really? Like, go home. Why don't you have your own lotto? Did you think about that? You see how this should be your inspiration to start your own lotto. Like, Canadian Country Lotto, CCL, I don't know. Anything you want to name it. If you want to name it Bacon Lottery System, you go for it. But don't, like, try to come take somebody else's money. That's just rude. It was rude when you took my shoes, but it's really rude taking somebody's money. And, like, I don't know. Me and my mom were talking about it last night. Just don't, don't, don't do that. Like I said, we don't know how to charge you when you cash in your tickets. Like, okay, what if taxes apply to someone different? Okay, everybody think about this, right? It's 1.5. After taxes, you might get like 1.3 or 1 even $billion, right? Or maybe like 990 million. I don't know. It's a lot of taxes floating around, okay? But since they live out of country, what if they pay different taxes? Like, what if they don't have to pay a certain tax that we have to pay? Now, they're getting way more money than a United States citizen would get if they hit and won the Powerball. Think about that. They're taking your money. Moving on, because you probably think I'm a terrible person, and I somewhat care. Not really. But, no, misconceptions about Lackawanna High School. I know I got a little chime in on this one. I promised I would do it. Um, if you're not from Lackawanna, you don't know what we go through. Like, as soon as, even our teachers, like, you can't be a student or a teacher at Lackawanna High School because it's all the same. It's like, oh, where'd you go to school? And you say Lackawanna, and they're like, oh, really? Or like the teachers, like they can have a respectable conversation with someone. Is that a word? Someone check that for me. I don't know. They could be having a respectable conversation with another teacher from another district or whatever, and then like the other teacher will say, well, where do you teach? And then our teachers will be like, oh, I teach at Lackawanna, and the other teachers are like, oh, really? You can stand those kids? Excuse you, miss. Can your husband stay in your face? Like, we're not a terrible people. We have a bad rep for no reason. We go to school and we work hard just like everybody else. And we work harder because you talk about our books not being up to date. Okay, we have to search for our information. Maybe they're not the greatest, maybe they're not up to date, but we work with what we have, and we have great students that come out. I mean, like, people who make it really, really far in life. And even if they don't, Lackawanna gives you a sense of pride knowing you had to fight for your respect. It gives you a sense of pride, and it gives you something worth fighting for later. While I'm on the topic of people going really far from Lackawanna, can I just put my little 2 cents in about Ron Jaworski? If you don't follow football, or maybe you do follow football, and if you're from Lackawanna, you probably heard his name floating around the hallways or seen him on the Hall of Fame. Listen, I have a personal vendetta against that man. Like, You started at like going to high school. You played football. We sent you on your career. You made it to the NFL. Now you commentate for them. And then when we put you in our Hall of Fame, recognizing where you came from, you didn't show up to the ceremony. You didn't come to the game. You didn't come anywhere. You didn't send anybody to accept your stuff for you. That really just like irked me. Like you made it all the way and then forgot where you came from. That's rude. Mike Mamula, he sent his jersey in from the Eagles. I mean, he never forgot where he came from. He made it to the NFL. Um, Marcus Rivers, he made it. But he made it. He made it. Don't like the team he made it to. But that's not my business and it's not my problem. At least he did make it. Moving on to my last topic for today, there are just really random people in the world. The images I'm about to show you, just, just, I don't know, just accept it. I really don't know. I don't know how you can just, I don't know. You thought I was kidding, didn't you? You thought I was playing? No. Excuse me, sir. We live in Western New York. We live right on Lake Erie. So this guy decides to park his car near the wall, knowing Lake Erie is so big that it never freezes. So like we always have lake effect snow. The wind picks up the water and just splashes it over the wall. You know this. We've lived here for years, sir. You parked your car. Okay, so his excuse was he went to work. He works at the restaurant down there. Okay, fine. He got drunk, took a cab home, and was like, I'll get my car in the morning. And that's what happened, honestly. All the water from Lake Erie that got picked up by the wind just splashed on his car all night long. And it has become a worldwide spectacle. We made world news because of that. Because of that. Not only is this outrageous, he is not the first person to do it. The original ICE car owners went to the news and were like, we did it first. That's not something you claim. What is happening in the world? What is wrong with people? I don't get it. I don't get it. So I hope you laugh. If you get it, if you understand it, if you have some inkling of knowledge as to what made it okay for him to just be like, it's January in Buffalo. We're not gonna get a storm. It's totally okay. And if you want to tell me about it, you want to tell me your science behind why that man should have left his car there, you go right ahead. You Facebook me, you Instagram me, I don't use my Twitter. You Snapchat me, and you email me. It don't even matter. Please help me explain. Please help me understand. So, I don't know. This is me signing off. But before I do, I want to give a special fancy birthday shout out to Phil. Happy birthday, Phil. I love you, and I hope what I said comes true. I hope that someone buys you a horse named Leonardo DiCaprio and hire a ranch hand, name him Oscar, and then Leo will finally have an Oscar. Bye, guys. I love you.